Hey, what's up, you guys? Oh, there's a snap. Perfect. Okay, so what's up, everybody? This is my second attempt at trying to film Speak Her Truth. It just felt so fucking like I was just felt stumped, and I felt like I was digging into areas of my life that maybe I really wasn't quite the right time to kind of go there. I feel like I was maybe just trying to make a video. So I woke up this morning, so I just told myself I'm not even going to look at the footage, I'm not going to edit it. And it came to me during my workout that, hey, just, go out in the backyard, get some time with nature. Kind of the area I wanted to, touch on was self-love and the ways in which we, okay, again, this isn't a tarot reading, but if the shoe fits, I do this just to bring comfort to myself. It's relaxing, but the way we show ourselves self-love, how we love ourselves, and the fact that it's self-love isn't just about doing things like, going to get your nails done or getting your hair done, but those could be part of it, absolutely. Time for yourself, pampering yourself, those are forms of self-love. But what I've really found, what I've been finding, and it kind of goes back to, I keep hearing her words, dragonfly. I got a reading from a tarot reader October last year. Life was so different back then. Like, thinking about how my life was so busy back then. And something she said to me that nobody's ever quite said this to me in this way just really stuck. And it, at first when I heard it, kind of bothered me. She said to me, because I was inquiring about love, my love life, and what's the future got to hold type of thing. And she said to me, are you able to love yourself as much as you love him? Him being whatever that kind of love is that I'm seeking, right? That just yummy, juicy, just goodness, that just, the type of love when you see him sleeping, you're like, damn, that's mine type of love. And she was asking me, can you love yourself? Do you love yourself as much as the love that you're trying to draw into your life? And that question made me very uncomfortable. Page of Swords, clarity, getting clarity, and tapping in the Star card, tapping into that infinite source energy. That question really made me uncomfortable at the time because it was the first time I actually thought about myself like that. And obviously I realized that, yeah, no, I don't love myself like that. I don't think I would have answered it like that, but really deep down inside I knew that I did not love myself like that, and that I knew it was going to be a key. It was key to my healing process, and to my manifestation process, and to my life lesson, to begin working on myself, loving myself daily in little ways, that so that when the right person does show up, I can either take it or leave it. When anybody shows up, you know what I'm saying? I can either take it or leave it, because I'm so good, so fulfilled within myself. I want to be so at a vibration that's so lovely that when people enter into my life, it's easy for me to say, oh, he's definitely not on my vibration. No, thank you. And I appreciate you. And then when people who really are vibrating at that high frequency, it's also very apparent to me. So that was a tough question for me, but it's something that I've really been working on since then, like really paying attention to. And I just wanted to say that self-love, high wind, right? Wind sends messages. She speaks through the wind. God speaks through the wind. God speaks through animals, through the clouds. Symbols is just symbols, okay? And it's up for us to learn how to determine what those symbols mean. Knight of Cups is that? Knight of Cups, yes, an offer of love coming in. Hi, Stell. So, I've been wanting to redo my kitchen for the longest time. And I feel very overwhelmed. I felt very overwhelmed by the project because when I say redo, I'm not talking about like construction work, I wish. But like I'm talking about like going through all the cabinets and getting rid of stuff we don't use anymore. Stuff like that, cleaning the corners that we normally don't clean. Getting rid of stuff that has been sitting in the corner in that box for months, for years. Anyway, so I decided to go ahead and tackle it yesterday. And while I was doing, I was like, oh. So I am working on getting in the mindset of an abundant, juicy life, because I yearn to have a dream home, right? I yearn to have a dream kitchen. And just recently, in the last few months, that's kind of been something that's been on my mind, like, dang, like moving out of here, like, how am I gonna do this? And part of that, you know, they're all different moving pieces that are part of one machine. The machine just being like the manifestation of my life, like just whatever I'm manifesting, whatever's happening in my life. And part of that is loving right now, not loving something that's out there in the future. Loving right now what I have. And so I really, you know, that's been all day I was in the kitchen working and just really making it beautiful and trying to make it more of mine. And just learning these little lessons. Sometimes we can get overwhelmed with all that we have to do in life. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the butterfly. There's so much to do, right? And for me especially, I'm 36, I used to feel, maybe a couple years ago, very behind. I was like, fuck, I'm super behind. I'm in my 30s and I'm just now getting it. But I'm in a place in my life now that I don't feel like that so much anymore. I feel like there's a lot of work ahead of me, a lot of exciting unknowns, and that's okay. And I took my time and I veered off or not even veered off, but I took different roads than some of my peers. And that's okay, because I had to go through those things in order to get to the stable ass self that I am today. One of my biggest struggles has been my body. This, for me, even wearing this, you guys, is like, this is for y'all. Well, it's for me, but this is scary to be like showing all this. This is a lot for me. If you watched my last episode of Speak Her Truth, that involved, you know, I talked about like what it's been like for me as a woman, coming into my own and evolving into my own. This is kind of feels risky for me. So my biggest external, what I can see, tangible issue in my life always has been my body, my weight. Oh my God, I'm always trying to lose weight. And so, as most of y'all know, the key has been to surrender. So I stopped restricting my calories. I stopped obsessing about carbs. I'm doing now something that just feels very balanced and healthy. And I'm just gonna sit in this space for a few weeks and kind of see what happens and try and be observant and patient and loving and kind with myself. And it's kind of a scary time because these are my fears, is I'm gonna gain a bunch of weight back. Well, I already did gain a bunch of weight back. So I don't think I'm gonna gain any weight back, but I'm definitely gonna, usually when I start some new meal plan, it means weight loss, quick weight loss. And so I know that what I'm doing now, it's not going to really look like that because I incorporated, I'm on a consistent weightlifting plan. So I'm lifting weights, I'm getting stronger. My body is looking different, which is nice, but I know that that scale is not going to budge the way it normally does when I drop my calories. So this has been, and it's only been about, it's been about a month that I've been in this space. I'm going to stop restricting calories. I'm going to stop obsessing about the number on the scale. I'm still putting food into my FitnessPal app, so I'm still aware of how many calories, but my calories are higher than they used to be, and my carbs are higher than they were. So I'm still paying attention and keeping track because there's got to be some, tracking of what's happening. But it's the relinquishing control and the surrendering. Okay, so right now I'm doing different things in order to begin loving myself. But I know that going through this process of releasing control and just doing the things that make me feel really good, I've been feeling really fucking good. Like I feel strong. I feel full at the end of the day, but I never feel sick. When I eat unhealthy foods, I feel really sick. I always wake up feeling really, really sick. It's something I don't talk about a lot, but my stomach always really hurts. And I hate feeling bloated in my midsection. And that's not been happening anymore. But while I'm going through these outward changes that I'm trying to make, I know that the root issue is still self-worth, lack of self-worth, lack of self-love, and incorporating and cultivating this love for myself. So it's been really important for me with just the little things that I do during the day, being aware that, I'm working on cultivating self-love. The clearing out of my kitchen and taking care of my spaces, that's cultivating self-love. The spending just a little bit more time on my appearance, perhaps when I make a video, that's self-love. And the deep, deep self-love really comes in, I have to say, is at night. Once my little one is winding down and she's starting to fall asleep, we sleep in the same bed, I'm able to close my eyes and I can really be like, dang, I love you. I really fucking like you. You are a cool lady. Thank you so much. Thank you, Alex, for getting it. Thank you, Alex, for understanding that I got you. And God has me. And I have a whole team of spirit guides and ancestors that are rooting for me. And maybe I'm not getting physical hugs right now. Oh, am I making you sad? Come on. You feeling sad? And maybe I'm not. Oh, she gave me a hug. She's getting my attention. That's interesting. I was just saying. Thank you. That was nice. You taking care of mommy? You take care of mommy and mommy takes care of you. It's a give and a take exchange of energy. I love you. I love you. Mama loves you. And really, honestly, guys, there's so much forgiveness that's been peeking into the window lately, into the window of my heart. Just reminding myself that the choices that I've made that took me down some really dark paths, they were for my highest good in the long run. And now we know better. Now we know better. And now we know what's acceptable for ourselves. And now we understand. Oh yes. You are so loved. You are so loved. You are so loved. And when I say that to me, it's to you from your higher self. Okay? We're all just people bumping against other people, sending messages through each other, interpreting different things in different ways for ourselves and for each other. Okay? And we are so loved. Just be gentle with ourselves. And we can be upset and need healing around people or situations that took advantage of us, but at the same time have some kind of awareness about the role that we played, and then forgiveness for self first. You know, last night I went to bed kind of sad, and that happens sometimes. I'm usually in a pretty good mood, and so when I do get sad, for me it's a little bit like, oh, it's a little bit like, oh shit, what do I do? What does this mean? What do I do with it? Because I get really scared, because I used to really deal with really bad depression. And so for me, and I've talked about this before, is my first instinct is to snap out of it however I can, because I'm scared to get stuck in it, right? And I'm a mom, and I cannot afford to be like that anymore, to just be depressed for days. I can't, because there's just so much to do for my little one especially, and my older one's watching me. You know, there's been a lot of trauma in the past for both of us, and she's seen me my older one, seen me kind of just barely get by during a lot of periods of my life. And so now when I get that inkling, like, oh, it's very much like I get nervous. And so, but lately, what I've been doing, like I said, is once my little one starts winding down, I'm like, okay, just make sure she falls asleep first, and then we're gonna cry. You know, I don't make myself cry, but I just kind of create that space for myself. I let myself go there, think about what I need to think about. I close my eyes. I tell myself I love myself. I imagine my ancestors and my guides, and I just see them, feel them wrap themselves around me. And I pray for, for them to work on me and heal me in the middle of the night. And it's crazy. It always works. I woke up this morning feeling refreshed and bright, and it was sunny. It's been gloomy here for days. It was sunny this morning, and I just had a fresh outlook on the day when I woke up. So I appreciate you for watching. The goal was just to remind you guys that self-love is achievable all day, all throughout the day, in multiple different ways. It's in the way we move. I don't mean the way that we walk, but it's in the way that we do things. It's in the way I put things back properly, even. Am I gonna dump that in the corner? Or am I gonna go and put it where it belongs, so that I have a clean house to come home to? It's how we treat our things, how we treat our cars, how we speak, how patient we are with ourselves. Like yesterday, I attempted to make this video, and I was really upset that it didn't feel right, but I let myself sleep on it and come back to it today and make a choice about it today. I gave myself that space to figure out what was best for me, and for ultimately for those of you who are watching, and how it trickles outward. So I love you. I know you love me. I hold space for you, and I know you hold space for me. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.